So I've been contemplating on a few things. I've been trying to figure out a way to, disconnect the DRLs while still having DRLs that aren't the high beams. And I think I got a method figured out, so look forward to that. Also, right now, I replaced the air filter from the factory one, which is very dirty. Here's a picture. And I replaced it with a pretty low budget filter I got off eBay, $17. And I don't have a passport or anything like that. I'm not sure how many likes it would take to get one of those things. I probably would need twice as many likes in order to get it. But anyway, because just putting that air filter in doesn't really give you any sort of performance boost, because of course it's not. Everything requires tuning. And when I accelerate now, I feel pressure drop, and well, pressure drop's not good when it's turbocharged, so that's like the worst thing possible when it comes to a turbocharged vehicle. Hey, I know you wanted more power, but this part gives you a pressure drop, and it's probably giving me a lot more air than it's used to, which is good. But at the same time, I'm probably not getting as much fuel now. I'm probably getting more air, making it lean. But that's speculation. I'm just going off what little bit of knowledge I know on vehicles and cars and stuff that I've been driving. But basically, that's what's been going on with me. I've been very, very busy. That's why I haven't uploaded a video in a long time. But yeah, that's about it really. So I look forward to figuring out if the air filter is any good or not. But one thing's for sure, I'm definitely going to have to get another air filter, because waiting for the next service in September is ridiculous. And paying $45 to get a new air filter is even more ridiculous. So there's got to be a nice solution in between services for air filters, because mine just gets dirty. Especially all the driving I do. I don't do as much as most people, but when I drive, I go a far, far distance. Well, anyway, jGRite out. Peace. And if you have any requests or anything that don't require money, let me know. Okay, so I've taken that side out, and I got both bulbs on this side. One's still in there, and that's the one from the other side that wasn't working. I turn it on. Not working. So as I did that, I noticed the inside of this, let's see if we can back it up, is a bit corroded. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Focus on that. There you go. It's a bit corroded, and let me show you the other one. It doesn't quite look like that. I mean, it's got a little bit at the bottom, but not as much as this one did on the inside. So I'm thinking maybe that's the case. I'll plug up the other one so you can see it's working. That one lights up just fine.
So, like you said, to take out the bulb and try it on the other side. So it's probably the bulb. Yeah, that would make the most sense. It is the bulb, and it's not the ballast. So I'll just leave the ballast in there. Now I hope this confirms all the problems that I've been having. As you can see, I've replaced the bulb on one side with the old one, because that one was still working. I think the final thing I needed to say was wrap it up. There it is, wrap it up. Like that. That came undone. Wrap it up. Make sure no moisture gets in there. If moisture gets in there, they'll probably take out the bulb. In my case, it took out the bulb. I think this is still good, but the bulb was definitely not working when I plugged it up over here. But this bulb's still working over here, so that means that this side's still working. So wrap it up with some electric tape.
Alright, let's talk about one more important thing that I probably either did mention in a video or I did not mention, and I need to make sure I do, so I'm mentioning it now. With aftermarket low beams, once you find the right one, a common practice with a lot of car drivers is they'll leave their low beams on and then leave their car, because their car will automatically turn those kinds of things off after 10 or 30 seconds. When you get aftermarket ones, I'd advise not to do this. You will eventually blow one of the bulbs or ballast or whatever, because as much as they can run with the car on, and that's all good, I have learned that if you leave them on while the car's off and forget and just go, oh, it doesn't matter, and then turn it back on, the car, turn it back on, they're gonna get too much power from when the car turns on. Now if you forget, turn the car off, you're fine. But if you forget, leave your lights on, turn your car on, and the lights are still on, you're gonna blow one within at least 3 times. Because, like I said, I know. I noticed that when I started going through bulbs was the same time I was tired and forgot to turn my lights off. So, again, I advise to turn your lights off, at least your low beams. Turn those off every time you turn the car off and turn the car back on. So you won't go through them and they will last forever like they're supposed to, because they're LEDs and HID and all that good stuff. Alright, so that takes care of that. Be well.